Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Tejashri and today we are going to discuss about the topic user interface design. Now let's see about the details. Now we'll cover the topics introduction, motivation, importance and one simple example of this graphical user interface. Coming to the introduction, a user interface is the point of interaction between humans and computers. User interface design is the process of designing how these interfaces look and behave. Imagine you're using an app on your smartphone to book flights. The screens you navigate, the buttons you tap, and the forms you fill out are all the parts of user interface. Let's take another example like booking a movie ticket or a simple user interface game application or anything. These all applications come under the user interface design and how we design it. This user interface is made up of the following terms, which are input controls. These input controls are the interactive elements that enable a user to enter information. Input controls include things like checkboxes, buttons, text fields, and droplets. This can be also included like passwords, username, which we can give your data. It completely depends upon the user's data or what the data which we give. And next is the navigational elements. These help the user to navigate an interface in order to complete their desired task. Navigational components include things like search fields, sliders, and hamburger menus. Next is informational components. These communicate useful information to the user, for example, through message, boxes, notification, and progress bar. These are like warning messages or somewhat like useful information for the users which is given by the user interface. And next are the containers. These containers are used to group content into meaningful sections. A container holds various elements, keeping them to a reasonable maximum width based on the user's screen size. An example of a container in UI design is the accommodation menu, a vertically stacked list of headers that can be clicked to show content, which we can like there's another thing called as read move. When we particularly read a particular article, there will be a short snippet of that particular content and there will be a dialog box or a link which shows that it's a read more, so to view the full content of that particular article. Next, the motivation. Motivation is a crucial factor in the field of user interface design. Designers need to understand the types and mechanisms of motivation to create products that are both functionally and emotionally appealing. So, according to a UX Planet article, there are two major directions of how motivation evolves, those based on what comes from the outer world and those found inside ourselves. Motivation is nothing but we have to get the content like which graphical user interface will actually go into the users and the users will take it as a challenging way to use it. So here are some tips to help you stay motivated as a UX UI designer. Are like said clear goals. Having a clear understanding of what you want to achieve can help you stay motivated. Like what the users want from us and what we are projecting to the users is the main motivation thing here. And next is stay curious. Curiosity is a vital ingredient for creativity and innovation. We should always be unique with compared to the other user interface designers to just to attract more users in a particular application. And then take breaks. Like designing this UX UI can be mentally and emotionally draining. So just a bit by bit involvement and bit by bit improvement in this graphical user interface is needed. Next is seek feedback, which is a very important step in this graphical user interface because our main motive is to reach to the users. So getting a feedback from the users helps us to growth and improvement in a particular application. Next is the importance. This user interface design is a crucial aspect of software engineering as it is the means by which users interact with software application. A well-designed user interface can improve the usability and user experience of an application, making it easier to use and more effective. So this, as we discussed earlier, this user interface design is a crucial aspect for every software engineer because we have to know the need of each and every user and then develop an application which actually reaches to the user and which is in an effective way and which is in a productive way. So the users can use it and give the feedback, so that it is essential for the designers to improve it or to enhance it more regarding to the users feedback. Next, and according to an article by Operation Technology, creating a website is necessary for the success of any organization. Today, if a business doesn't have a website, people are hesitant to trust them for a number of reasons. Either they don't seem like a reliable company, they're harder to get in contact with, and you're unable to get a sense of what the company stands for. That's why websites are so important. Not only websites, we can also say as a applications, also mobile applications. Like for every each and every platform which we use today is being released in a dual mode, which also serves as a website and as well as an application which we can download it in our Play stores. So, but as we all know, just having a website isn't enough. You need to have a website that pulls in your target audience with captivating aesthetics so that they can convert to customers and increase your revenue. To do this, you need to focus on website design and functionality. It all happens in a way like we have to attract them, so that the front end part, which is like visible to the users, should be attractive and aesthetic. Like today's generation will go for the aesthetic look, and something UI or artificial intelligence and some animated things will attract the users more. So now we saw the users and the importance of the graphical user interface. Now let's see a simple bottle spin the bottle game, how to develop this particular Android application. So this spin the bottle game, here we will be building a spin the bottle game project using the Java and XML in the Android Studio. This application is based on a multiplayer game. One player spins the bottle, and the direction in which the bottle spins will determine the player who gets selected for a task or any other stuff. This we can even use it in the truth or dare games, and we can actually trust these applications to say who won it or who doesn't. So this will be like a single activity in this application. Here we can see a demo of this particular video here. Now let's coming into the code section. First open your Android Studios and then click or create new project in that. So to create a new project in Android Studio, just click a file, new project, and then create a new project of it. And then before going to the coding section, first you have to do some pre-tasks. Like we have to add this particular bottle image, which we have seen earlier, just to refer it to the future enhancement. And then after adding the bottle image, just go to app, res and drawable and add this particular image. After adding this particular image, then create a XML file known as colors.xml file and add this particular code. And after adding this particular code, next create one another file, XML file known as activity main XML and add this particular code, which has a relative layout, text view and the image view, which supports all the image and the text view which is needed for that application. After writing the XML code, done with the XML code, next we have to write the Java code, or we can even use Kotlin based upon our project. It differs to the languages which we need. So just open another file in the same project, main activity.java, give the heading, give the file name as this, and just copy this particular code in the Java file. And different computers or different laptops take different imports. Most of the imports will be suggested by the Android Studio itself. Just import all the imports which are needed for that particular project and add the code and then save the code. After writing the both XML code and Java code, just click on the run and run the application. So the basic output of this particular code which we wrote will be like this. So this is the output. So here is the video of it. So it stopped and next it goes on. So this is the particular video. I mean, this is the sample output which we can get from this particular code. So it shows like whose turn it has to be, or whose turn who has to play the particular game and all. So this is a simple uh, basic project of using the Android Studio user interface. Like we can create more applications and more basic and advanced programs also using XML and Java code. That's all for today. Thank you.